This post-election time is reminding me of a lesson that I learned years ago. When I was still living in Los Angeles, where I was raised, I had a dog, a Cocker Spaniel named Chuck. Chuck just was always getting in a lot of trouble, chasing things, and I used to laugh and say the neighborhood probably thought his last name was No, because they were always hearing Chuck No. I had this just overwhelming feeling of doom about this dog, almost from the time that I got him. I would have these dreams of thinking that the dog was going to be hit by a car. And I couldn't shake them. I just could not shake them. Well, one day I awakened from a nap that I was taking in the middle of the afternoon, and I'm looking frantically for the dog because in my dream, I saw this car coming towards the dog. And I had heard not too long before that you could actually reverse things in your dream. So in my mind, I was reversing what I thought was this pending accident about to happen. So when I get up, I'm just frantic because I can't find the dog. And I go outside. The other people who were living in the house, weren't really keeping an eye on him. And I blow off at them. And I run down to the corner. And there I see my dog diagonally across the street. And I call his name to get him to come back towards me. But just at that exact same moment, it's a very, very steep hill. And if a car is going up that hill, there's no way that you can see what is on top. So as the dog is coming towards me, the car is coming up the hill and just guttural in a way that I've never ever done before or since. Everything in me just shouted, "No!" And I think it slowed the car down some. And I just could hear my dog screaming and like this thudding sound. And I couldn't even bear the thought of it. I literally just couldn't open up my eyes. I was starting to cry. And the next thing I know, I'm feeling something against my leg. And I look down and it's Chuck. He's greasy, like oil car grease and kind of matted hair. And he's bleeding from the mouth. And it's like, oh my God, he's alive. He's alive. So we rush him to the vet. And here's what the vet said. That the car literally ran over him, but didn't hit him. And Chuck was rolling around up underneath the car, bouncing off of its wheels like a pinball machine, hits the bumper, ding, 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 ding. Well, that's what the dog was doing. And the blood was somewhere in the process, he bit his own tongue. Now I'm telling you, boyfriend was sore for a long time, but he recovered. And the lesson that I learned then was that there's certain things that you just know. A car had his name on it. There was no way that I could stop that. However, it didn't mean the end. It didn't mean what I thought that it meant. Him being run over to me meant him being killed, him being hit and run over. But he wasn't hit. He was just run over. Just take a breath. And I think we're in one of these moments where what's happening in this country, it's kind of had our name on it for a long time. Now, we may be bouncing around like Chuck was with the wheels being tossed to and fro with stuff barreling right over us. But you know what? It doesn't have to mean the end. It doesn't have to mean the end. Okay? What we all need to do now It's just stay in the vision. Stay in the vision. We said we're not going back. Well, let's not go back. Not going back doesn't mean just not going back to other people's policies. It means not going back to our old processes, our old perspectives and prejudices. No, no, no. Now's not the time for silos. Now is not the time for depression or giving in. Now, just like Chuck, we might need to recuperate a little bit. Now's some time for self-care, do a bit of grieving, whatever it is that we have to do, but we can't lose sight. Keep your eye on the prize. Don't forget what a miracle happened in such a short time period. It was 107 days of an incredible moment up against 107 months of a whole movement. Okay. We have to convert this moment that we experienced into a movement. And you know what? If we can keep the momentum up, which is what a movement takes, it's organic, happening at all different kinds of places. If we keep the momentum up in 107 weeks, it's the midterms. Another 107 weeks, it's the next election. We've already proven what we can do in a short period of time. Just imagine what we can do if we keep up the momentum. Just saying, we can make it.